There we go.
Perfect.
Yes, sir. Alright, man. Did you get JJ in here?
Yeah, I sent him a link to it.
Alright, cool.
No, I'm on his room with Matt and JJ joining, so we gotta talk about shit. You're good.
Let's see. I'm gonna try to go back to the draft rewards real quick while we're waiting on him.
Yeah, no worries.
Alright. Where the fuck are we at? Okay. Damn. I lost my spot.
What happened?
Lions. How'd your draft go?
I think it went okay. I got no studs, but a couple guys in those spots.
Nah, well, I completely fucking bombed it. Two guys I really wanted. I almost decided to give up Marlon Humphrey to trade up to get him. And I kind of wish I did, but I didn't.
Damn.
But, you know, keeping Marlon Humphrey is not a bad thing either.
Yeah, for sure. But the player ended up being that good.
Yeah, for sure.
Fuck.
Yeah, 91 speed linebacker, middle linebacker.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Colts got him.
I'm going to do the good old my mad cheese now to go see who's there, what they're looking like, all that shit.
If you see a linebacker or a tight end, let me know. Or a running back. Use your running
There
back.
were 5 X Factors in this draft.
Is someone free agency?
There's 2 superstars in free agency.
Uh-oh.
Tight end and a quarterback, but they're both absolutely awful.
What's the tight end speed like?
71.
Oh, yeah.
It's a blocking tight end. He's terrible.
Yeah, well, maybe a fullback, maybe.
Maybe.
All
But yeah, it looks like all the guys I was looking at didn't end up being super great, so I didn't miss too bad.
Yeah,
Makes me feel a little bit better.
I should have fucking traded up. I should have. Fuck.
Nah, I feel that.
But, I mean, again, the real position I was looking at was just linebacker, and I mean, I got slow linebackers, and most of the time when my linebackers are in, it's running situations, so it's not life or death.
Yeah.
They'll manage. It's funny, though, the fastest linebacker I found was in the fucking 6th round on accident. Or no, I think it was the 7th round. No, I drafted that one on purpose. There was a tight end I meant to draft in the 6th round, and I chose a linebacker on accident. Because I've been looking at linebackers the whole time. Have you heard from JJ?
No, and I have no pending invites here either.
What the hell?
I messaged him and I said, join.
He said,
Oh, there we go.
He's coming?
Jordan Mikalash. There we go. I originally sent JJ the wrong link because I opened one with my work email and it was like flat because it's on like a special server. It's like fuck. So I had to destroy that one and create a new one.
Oh, gotcha.
Are you wearing a pillowcase?
Me?
I mean, I'm fat, okay? I like baggy clothes. I know, it's really, really loose and it's V-neck, so it's like especially low and it's just... It might as well be a pillowcase, but it's a comfy pillowcase.
Fair. I mean, I would do it if that was comfy enough.
Alright, let's go back.
Alright, so what is this master plan you two fools came up with?
Alright,
Well,
so
it was also, it wasn't just us. So he just can't get on the Zoom call.
So we're not going to see your face? There you are.
I'm here. We got these like LED lights in the apartment now, so it's like very, very chill in here.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna copy and paste this to you and read it off to you. What I wrote earlier. I think it said it best. All right.
All I know is reboot pending and change in regression system. That's all I got so far.
Yeah. So my thoughts with the regressions, man, is pretty much, and I think I'm gonna move forward with this no matter what. But I just want you to bring y'all in and then just see your feedback first. but I think it's a really good idea. So, let's see. I want to adjust the charts. So really, the only way you can on dev upgrades for for participation points, you have to have 7 wins or less. All right, and you can't make playoffs the season before or that season.
Jeez.
So
pay attention to that. Okay.
yeah, well, and I mean, it's I think it'll be easier than that, but adding those stipulations would be, a guy like Zona who wants to throw a season and and get a high draft pick and superstars and shit like that.
That way, because you have to basically throw 2 seasons for it to happen.
Exactly. And I mean, throwing 2 seasons, that's just going to throw the whole plans.
Yeah, if you're going to do that, then fine, you deserve to take what you want.
Exactly. Now, I know JJ, he brought this up, and I completely agree with him. I've been thinking on it for a while, but once I say something's going to happen, I want to kind of follow through with it. But I think rebooting right after the draft, right after season 7, is really a good call. Because, I mean, once season 10 hits, it's going to be so close.
Probably because we moved sprint until season 2.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's going to be so close to if we go to season 10, it'll be so close to the Madden 22 release that we won't be able to get through it, through a decent amount. Like, it wouldn't even be worth rebooting at that point.
Yeah, of course.
So, and JJ has some good ideas there.
The draft will be a little bit enticing because then it's essentially just us getting a jump on the 22 rosters, which I'm sure there'll be a download, but, not that we were thinking or automatically putting you on that, Connor, but, even Matt was like, hey, Connor loves doing the rosters and stuff. And I was like, well, I'm sure there'll be one to download, but, if you want to do one, that's all right. But that'll entice.
So, post-draft, have a roster with the rookies on it already?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wentz on the Colts, let the Patriots have the John and all their rest of theirs. But then again, I'm not a big, out of everything that Matt and I have talked about with Kev, the only thing I didn't like about, was the, people are going to love we love the participation point system. I feel like if people miss out on that, they're going to feel like they're not going to like it.
I think there's a way to amend it a little bit less OP. Because part of the problem is it's so good right now, which is why we love it. So I just think we need to dial it back a step.
Yeah, the first thing is did we lose Matt?
No.
He's still there.
I'm sorry.
His vision was just cutting it out.
Well, I got fucking DMs and all kinds of bullshit, so.
The first thing one of the first things that we talked about was, the after draft thing, but then also, our draft, because we'll have to have, I was thinking, we could probably put together the divisions best, but, Matt wants to do another draft style with, 8 people, and, we randomized just like we did last time.
Yeah. Where I ended up drafting the Super Scrub division. That was the best.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna lie, I don't want Grant to draft himself a Super Scrub division. It's time.
It worked for me because I sucked last night, and it was me, Mitch.
Well, see, that wasn't what I was thinking. I was just gonna do. I have a list right here of all 32 users, and pretty much what I'm gonna go off of is when you joined. So, JJ's been here longer than me. So JJ would pick before me, but this also, nobody can argue with it. Huh?
Is this for reboot or 22?
Reboot.
Reboot. Just take a reboot right now.
Yeah. So as long as you've been with the league. When you join the league, that's when pretty much depends on your draft order. So that Smash TMC, the new Colt guy. He's probably gonna be last pick.
But and it's also because we don't, you don't know. So, yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna have a few different ways. We'll put that to a vote.
The important. out of all the things Matt said, it's just again the only thing I didn't like was not everybody being able to jump on the participation point system. The first thing right away is that the clips are done. Like at reboot, like clip points are done. If people want to just put clips just for fun, like that's like your ology. Now the new point system is going to be behavior in the chat. So if you have a good day in the chat, you get your point. You have a bad day in the chat, that's a -1 for your day today.
Yep. If you get warned, if you get muted, you lose that point for the day. Now,
in a 21-day cycle, it would be 21 points.
Basically, we
no
go with the 16 points.
Yeah, exactly.
So
you have to play that week to get it too. That's also part.
Yeah, exactly.
Play that week or get a force win.
But then the big one is we're gonna max out, and I've been doing a lot of homework on this, and I'm sure you might have seen something about this. But right now we're breaking Madden with how many abilities we have on the field at one point. The Madden algorithm can't comprehend so many abilities on the field at one time. So we will be implementing a 5 on offense, 5 on defense maximum. So the thing is I was a little iffy on this at first, but Maddie kind of got me onto it. So let's fast forward to season 4 or 5, okay? Some of the good guys have 5 on each side, and they're regression protected. So they got 5 and 5 starting as week 1. Throughout the season, they actually get to earn, let's say they earn 2 or 3 more. Once regression happens, if all of them don't get taken away, basically it's hey, pick your 5.
Okay, so no matter what, you're going 5.
Yeah. So so if you get 7 that season, congrats to you. You get an extra couple.
Then after the Super Bowl, game over.
But once regression hits, pick your 5. Pick your 5, and that's it.
I don't know, but listen to this though.
It's still you're under that.
So,
You're back.
So 175, is the max on superstars and X Factors. If we did 10 per team, that's 320. I think. So, what's 175 times 3 or times 32 or divided by 32? I'm sorry.
There was a thing that I love. A guy on YouTube, Mr. Hurricane, he's a great YouTuber guy. He maxed out the star devs, and then he lowered the X factors. So it's 1 X factor a team, but the stars are turned all the way up. And I was I kind of like that because you're not gonna superstars is kind of whatever. That's your base level. But if you have the stars, guys are getting a little more points. But the X factors specifically, so we don't have 32 X factor quarterbacks, keep that as low as humanly possible. Because one of the problems, everyone ends up with a quarterback. What should be something very valuable means nothing.
You're right. But there's still guys looking for QBs now. Yeah, you're right to an extent. If I did 175 divided by 32, it gives each team a total of 5 to 6 superstar X factors.
And that's what I told you. I said it was about Madden's algorithm math is 3 per team on 3 on the field. That's exactly where that's coming from. The 175. So Eesh.
It just 175 just feels high. From my perspective.
What's that?
175 just kind of feels high, to be honest.
Well,
it's not egregiously high, don't get me wrong, but it just, I don't know, it just feels, especially with the way some of these rosters start, where each team is a guy, or
I was going to say, we have to be well over 175 right now.
Oh no, we're beyond that. We have to be in 1,000.
I'd say we're pushing 300-400.
Yeah, that's why.
More than that. We're way more than that. Grand has almost 20 on his team now. So do I. I know a bunch of. Somebody as close as 15. Sure, 15 to 18 superstar X factors on each team.
I think I know more
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I got 15.
Yeah. So if each team had 15 superstars, X factors, we have 500. We have 500 total throughout the league.
It's not good.
No.
It's too much.
If we did 10, that would give us 10 maximum on each team. That would give us 32, and I think that's fair. I mean, because right now, I have almost 11 start. Well, I have 9 starters on defense, 9 or 8 starters on defense that are superstar X factors. It would make us choose a little bit more wisely about what we're doing.
Maybe we could put something into participation with, like, you can reassign your X factor or something. I feel like there's something there.
No, because if we cut it down, that allows them to still earn superstars and X factors. Now, if somebody gets regressed or whatnot, you're gonna have to make a choice. So if you end up finishing the season, you have 8 superstars, X factors on defense, and Madden regresses 4 of them, and you have to choose one. You can choose one of them to kind of save.
Yep.
You're gonna have to make that choice. You can choose one, but you can't save all 3.
Yeah.
I think it's something to try at least for a season or so.
Yeah. I agree.
I almost want to go lower. I almost want to go 6 total on a team.
Yeah.
But even Eagles start with 7, so maybe we do 7 on a team total.
Maybe we do 7 and we do 3 in a floater. Like where it's like, hey, if you want to have, 1 extra on offense, if you want to have 1 extra on defense, that's all, like, go nuts. And then say, maybe, hey, if you luck out and get a special teamer, like, that's just a bonus. Like, we won't count a kicker or a punter.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I think a kicker or punter should not count towards it.
Yeah, so and then, we'll say 3 on each side, but you put the 7th one, you can decide which side you want.
But the kicker or punter will just take that further spot.
If you get that, wait, what?
But the kicker or punter would take that 7th spot if you have.
I'm saying, like, if you have it, like, good for you, we're not going to count it.
Not going to count it.
Yeah, period. Yeah, if you end up with 11 superstars X factors because one's a kicker.
Did you just get one in the draft list now?
I hit a star. He's only star.
Man, I got 5 out of 7 hit it. 0 superstars. I was like, that's tough.
Oh, look. That's like it, man. I got 8 normals. Y'all can't beat me.
8 normals. Okay, so, Connor, what do you like and dislike from everything Maddie and I just said?
I love most of it. Like, it's all stuff I've been saying already. Or that, whether in person, in open chat, or just in the back channels with various people. It's all stuff I agree with. I just think finding the right number is going to be the tricky spot. Whatever we end up deciding that number is, and we can talk as the days go here. But
I think starting low and adding more would be the way to go. I would like this.
I think you can always add, but I don't think you can. I think it's harder to take away.
Exactly.
So, and also another thing, I don't know if you mentioned this, Connor, and again, like, we would, on the participation point chart, we would increase the cost of dev upgrades. So, like,
I like what Star and Grandin were saying. Just take it out. Just don't let people buy them anymore. If you get it,
you know what?
No, but that's easier said than done. You got lesser users that just can't earn them. You get a dev upgrade or a chance versus Star or me, you're not going to get it. And if you're not a decent, at least a decent player. And, some of our guys are just not.
That's why I think, like, a superstar or an X Factor upgrade is, like, all your points.
Yeah, it needs to be,
like, we're talking,
like an X Factor is, like, 30 points.
Yeah, like, it has,
like, 24 points.
I'm gonna say, because default is 4 points, like, we all start with 4 points, right? And if you're good, you get your 16 free points, and then your losses. So with all that, like, it has to be like 24 points for a superstar, and it has to be like 28 points for an X Factor, because that way, these guys that lose, like, even myself, 4 games a season, or like there's like you don't get no X Factor. Like hey, they probably earned one. So I'd say 24 points for a superstar, no star upgrade option, and 28 points for an X Factor.
Perfect.
Okay.
So that's okay. So, but the most important thing we got to get out, just to get the word out, is reboot after season 7, because that's going to filter out anybody that wants to dip, and that's going to also create excitement for people that might be kind of losing it a little bit. Because hey, here's going to be your fresh start. We're going to have Madden 22 rosters with the rookies. Like it's going to be new divisions, new opponents. Like we're going to switch it up. Like I think people are going to feel good. And I mean the X Factor thing. Obviously